Hello, I've come up with this new system. Now, how it works is it's a lay bet for the 5 and the 9. When the 5 hits, you implement a lay bet, double up once, double up twice if it misses. And when 9 hits, you do the same thing. You start with a minimum bet of your lay bet and double up once if it misses and double up twice if it misses. Now, I was fairly new to lay bets, and I still kind of am, but what I learned is you can't do 12, 24, and 48 on the 5 and 9 because, well, it pays in multiples of 2 to 3. Like if you have 3 units, it's going to pay 2 units, but you need to pay a VIG, like a fee off your winnings of 5%. So I quickly learned by doing my research that even at a $10 table you have to start with minimum bets of 30, so that way the payout will be 20 and a VIG of $20 will be $1. So that's how come you have to have $30 on a lay bet on the 5 or the 9. So what I've come up with today was, it's just the same system, but for a $10 table using the correct amounts. So in a casino they won't let you do a $12 bet on the 5 or 9. It has to be 30, so you can have an even VIG payout of 1. Anyway, let's implement. So what we're going to do here today is, and if you're implementing on just one of the 5 or 9, you only need $210, but if you're implementing on both the 5 and 9, you're going to need double your bankroll of $420. For instance, 9 hit, so I'm going to bet 30. And now if the 5 hits, I'm not going to worry about the 5 if I'm only using half my bankroll, but if I'm using 420, the full amount, then I'm going to want to place my bet on the 5 when it hits as well. But for now, let's just use one of these sequences. Now, we're going to wait for the 7, and when it hits, what you're going to do is you're going to hand the dealer $1 and say, here's my VIG, and then he'll pay you $20. This isn't accurate on the random number generator here, so you're going to hand him $1 and say, here's my VIG. Or you can say, take the VIG out of my profits, and he'll do that. But generally you want to have some dollars handy and hand him $1 and I'll hand you 20. That way you can keep placing your $30 bets. And okay, so it won. Now what we're going to do is wait for a 5 or a 9 to occur. And there's a 9, so we're going to place the minimum lay bet of 30 if it's a $10 table. Now if it misses, we double up to 60. If it hits, we make some money. We make $19 if it hits. Then that's minus our VIG of 5%, which is $1 per 20. And if you double up, you need to hand them $2 for your VIG. And if you have to double up again, you're going to want to hand them $4 for your VIG, which stands for vigor. It's the fee you pay, because the casino isn't going to let you play for free with no odds at all. So that's why they charge you a VIG, because 2 to 3 is an even money payout, meaning there would be no odds if they paid you 20, so you need to pay a vig on your bets. Anyway, we're gonna wait for a 5 or 9. There's a 9 again, so we're gonna place our $30 and we're gonna let the bet ride out until this 7 hits, and if it misses, which it did, we go up to 60, and we want to have our $2 ready for our vig to hand to the dealer and say, here's my vig, pay me 40, which is 2/3 of $60 at risk. So if this bet hits, we make $8. So you want to have your $2 ready to hand them your vig, and we bet on our double up. So you'd hand them $2 and say, here's my vig, pay me $40. And let's just say we had to double up again, it would be $120 for your final bet. And of course there's 3 ways to win, 2 ways to lose on your bets, and this time you'll profit -14 if you hit on your 3rd bet, but you'll win back most of your profits. And you want to have $4 ready for your vig, so you can hand them the $4 and say, here's my vig, pay me 80. And that's how it works. But I think we are on our double up actually, so we hit a 7, so we want our double up. Now we start over. So we wait for a 5 or a 9 to occur. There's another 9. So we're going to bet minimum amount of 30 for our lay bet. And there it hit, so we're up 61 bucks already with good odds to hit our bet every single time. And 3 double ups. It's like a weighted coin toss. I mean 2 double ups, 3 bets in total. It's like a weighted coin toss. It's like how buttered bread always lands down. You have more odds to win, and you just have a few bets, so more odds in your favor is better. So that's how it works. Anyway, we're going to wait for a 5 or a 9. And if you have double the bankroll of 210, which is 420, you can bet on both when a 5 hits and a 5's in action, and a 9 hits. You can bet with the 9 as well, but you need double your bankroll. But we can just use one at a time. That's fine. If we only have $210, we just want to stick with one at a time till we double our bankroll. Anyway, we're going to wait for a 5 or a 9 to occur. Okay, so here's a 5. What we're going to do is bet our $30, have our $1 chip handy for our vig, and if this wins it pays 19 minus the vig of $1, so you're going to hand him $1 and he's going to pay you 20. And you're going to hand him your vig and say, of $1, and say, pay me 20. And then we're going to wait for that to hit, and it hit, so we made $19 off that with very good odds to hit our bet. And that's how it works. So let me see, this has been 9-10 minutes of me implementing this system, and we're up $80. Now, it doesn't work every time. I mean, there's going to be times where you lose your 3 bets, and it's just going to happen if you're playing a while, but it's a very good system to implement with a very good odds bet. So, what you do is wait for a 5 or a 9. There's a 9, so we're going to lay 30. So you can say no 9 please, or you can say lay the 9 please, and he will put your $30 on the lay of the 9. And we're just going to wait, and it missed. So what we do is we go up to $60, and we prepare our vig of 2. So if this wins, you're going to hand him 2 and say pay me 40, and that's what you do. So at 1, you hand him $2 and say pay me 40. So you're going to first say pay me 20, then pay me 40, then pay me 80. That's how it works. You want to have your vigs ready. And so that's all there is to it, really. That's my new craps strategy that's very effective in casinos. It's like a weighted coin toss, but the coin is heavily weighted in your favor. So that's how it works. And it just seems to be a very effective way to play that I've just developed today for the casinos, and seems to be profitable. So, and you can get started with as little as $210, so you don't need too much money. You can make $100 real fast and leave, or you can even try to double your bankroll of $210 and then leave. Or however you want to do it, that's up to you. If you want to just stay and try to play all day and make as much money as you can do that too. But I hope you don't lose money over time with those vigs anyway. So, because that's how the casino gets their odds, with the vigs, which gives them 2% odds. So a don't pass is like 1.36 and or something like that, and a pass line is like 1.4 or something like that. So it's a little less odds than the don't pass or the pass line, but you have a very good chance to win your bet. That's the awesome thing about this system. So there's a 9. We're gonna place the 30 on the 9 and have our vig ready of $1. And if it misses, you place 60 on the 9 and have your vig ready of $2. And then you're going to hand him $2 and say pay me 40, and he will pay you 40, and you profited $8 with very good odds to win your bet. Now let's do a few more just so you can become familiarized with this system. I'll try to make this a couple more minutes so you can just become familiarized with this system if you want to implement this system in casinos. So as you can see, that was the previous sequence, but then I quickly learned after researching lay bets that you need to have 30 on the table for your bet. So it's pretty simple: 30, 60, 120, just your bet, and then doubles 2 times. So of course, if you hit on your third bet, you only lose $14, and one win can easily recoup your loss and put you in the profit zone, and make back all of your profits. So that's how it works. let's see here, there's a 5, so we're going to lay 30 on the 5 and prepare our vig of $1. If it wins, we say pay me 20, here's $1, and that's how it works. So at 1, you're going to hand him $1 and say pay me 20. There's my vig. And simple as that, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this system. This is definitely one system I'm going to be trying out with a couple $100 when next time I go to the casino and see how it works out. Okay, so the 9 hit again. We're going to go up to 60, prepare our $2 vig, and if this wins, we hand him $2 and say pay me 40, and then you profited $8. And there's a 5, so we're gonna place 30, or we're gonna lay 30 on the 5. Make sure you say lay or no 5. That's what you say. You say lay the 5 or no 5 and hand him the 30. Put it somewhere near the don't come so he can reach it and stand on the corner of the table so you can hand him your lay bets. And of course, since you don't have a don't pass or a pass line bet, you're not going to be rolling at the table. You're going to be betting to the other players at the table. So we hand him $1 and say pay me 20. And there's my vig. And that's what you say when you win your bet. Just to help the dealers out so they don't get confused and they pay you properly. So you want to make sure you say what's going on with your bets so the dealer doesn't get confused. And that's how it works. So as you can see, I'm up $137. I haven't quite doubled the 210, and we could easily lose the 210 before we earn that amount. But once you double your bankroll, you can even implement on both. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you implement on both with a bankroll of 420, which can be a little more confusing for the dealers if you have a bet on both. So and you're going to need to keep track of your VIGs so you don't confuse them, and you want to be on your A game with your mathematics. If you're using 2 bets at once, but I'll just explain that real quick. If you're doing 2 at once, you can wait for a 5 or 9 and you'd place 30. Now if a 9 hits, we would place 30 on the 9 as well, and then when one of them hits again, you double up on your bet, and if that bet were to hit again, you were to double up final time on it, and when the 7 hits, you win both your bets at the same time. So that's how it works. So now if a 9 were to hit, I would place 30 on the 9 if I was using double my bankroll. If I'm only using $210 and I have a bet on the table, you want to ignore the 9 even if it hits and not place your bet on it and wait for the 5 to roll out, because you don't want to risk double your bankroll, especially if you don't have double your bankroll. Okay, with that being said, if I only have $210 or like $250, you only want to implement on one number at a time. Otherwise, if you have plenty of money, you can implement on both, if both of them hit simultaneously or one after the other. So simple as that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like this system. It's definitely a very powerful system, one that I would use myself in casinos. Okay, so there's a 9. When the 9 hits, you simply bet 30 and prepare your vig of $1, and if it wins, say pay me 20, here's my dollar vig. And if it misses, go to 60. Say I'd like to lay 60 on the 9, and if it wins, you say pay me 40, here's my $2 vig. If it misses, you finally go to 120. And prepare your $4 vig, and if it wins, you hand them $4 and say here's my vig, pay me 80, which is 2/3 of the amount. So you prepare your $4 vig, and wins, hand them the $4, say here's my vig, pay me 80. So simple as 20, 40, 80 is the payout if you hand them your vig when you win the bet. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Watch me rake in $139 using a bankroll of 210, and that's how my system works. That's how my new system works that I've just developed for the craps table while researching the lay bets. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it makes you tons of money in the casinos. If you choose to implement this system, I hope you have good luck with it. And it's definitely a very good system to use, very powerful system that can make a lot of money. So that's all for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you choose to implement this system in casinos, good luck, and I hope you have good results with it as well. Thanks for watching. Good luck in casinos. Bye-bye.